So please do not make us think that you're the good person when you are holding her mother, or you know the person that's holding her mother for ransom, for money. And contacting TMZ, this person emailing TMZ, oh, I'm really a good person. And meantime, you're hiding. Because if you meant the Guthrie family any good, Nancy Guthrie any good, and you saw this foolishness, what life would I fear for my life? I would tell it, go and hide it, find a cousin and go out of town. Unless you're involved. And that could either go one or two ways. You either have no connection to this case and you're trying to get money, or either you are connected and you want to play that you're the innocent person. I have no involvement, but I've seen her, send me the money. I mean, come on. These are not rich dummies, okay? Savannah is not a rich dummy because she ain't no dummy. Okay? We're talking about the Nancy Guthrie case. She ain't no dummy. So, sell that to somebody else. Because don't try to sell us that, oh, I'm a good person. I got a robbery on my case. You probably robbed and took Miss Nancy Guthrie. Don't know. Ain't accusing nobody. I'm just saying. Don't sell us some garbage like we slow. Because we are far from that. Whoever has this grandmother, mother and grandmother, and holding her, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to feel like you ought to feel. Low. Okay? Real low. Low as garbage ought to feel. Or is. That you take a grandmother, a mother, away from her children, and a grandmother. If whoever it is. So Harvey was just being a little bit too, and Harvey was just, he was just doing this little helpful thing. But what frustrated me by Harvey is when he said, Savannah should just give them the money. No, Harvey, you give them the money. I feel like you give them the money. If you believe that, hype. I love Harvey. Harvey, don't y'all? I love TMZ. I love Harvey. You give them the money. You give them the money. You believe that. You give him that 100,000 Bitcoin that he wants. If you believe that. Because I believe Savannah's believing like I'm believing. You have not. We believe her mother's living. Because we have hope. Like Savannah said. Produce her mother. That's what you do. Produce her mother. Produce their mother. You rule out other family members. We ain't talking about Savannah. But how do you, this man, you automatically look like a suspect. Whether he is or not. He dropped her off. She came up missing 2 hours later. That's not a person you just stop looking at right away. Probably didn't even get a DNA from him. This ain't sounding good. This sounds like somebody, y'all, it sounds like He needs to be traded in. Please get somebody else the job is what it looks like. This is too big for him. Get somebody out of, Detroit. I lived in Detroit. Come on, I came from Detroit to Houston, Texas. Been over 19 years ago. Hey, get somebody that's used to dealing with high profile people or big cities. That is what I'm saying. Okay? So I'm going to wrap this session up. Listen, we want Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie, is like our grandmother. Like our grandmother that's missing. We want her back. We want her back alive. We want her back well. We want her back. We want her back. And if you crooks, whatever you are, whatever, sweet, we know we're not the judge. But whoever you are, I'm with Savannah. Do what is right. Bring Miss Nancy Guthrie home. Because you are not going to have any rest until she's brought home. There's no rest for you. That's why you contacted Harvey. Whoever you are, you ain't resting. Whoever you are, whatever it is, you're not resting. That's why you keep contacting Harvey. But what I liked about this is Harvey says, I'm not answering to no more contacts. Harvey says, I'm not. From now on, you're not contacting us. So, but I wanted to bring that point. Thank y'all so much for watching. Let's drop it 100. Right here. With Shura Hopkins right here in Houston, Texas. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you so much for coming in here. Please do not forget, whatever you do, to hit that subscribe button because we need more subscribers. This is a new channel and we want to build up our subscribers. So thank you so much for coming on here, being a part of this this video. But before I let y'all go though, I just want to listen to just a little bit more of this. I want y'all to hear just a little bit more of this before I let you go, because this is like really important. It really is. It's really, really, really important. Just to hear the rest of this, and I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna go right here and just hear just a little bit more of this before I let y'all go. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There. Okay, so we're gonna go right into this video, and I want to kind of go where I left off here, which I'm gonna have to fast forward it. I'm going to coming in at any moment in week 3 of the search. All right, so I'm gonna move it up.
It just says things, but if the sheriffs to say at this time they are not people of interest, that I think everyone's okay with that. But it was such a personal, like he was protecting them, not just from the media. And you always have to read in between the lines. It almost was almost a shot I felt to the FBI as well. So I think the verbiage, the sheriff is just, I think the frustrating thing is both sides want the same result. They want this woman home. They want her safe. And I'm not saying that no one's not doing their job, but the back and forth and that very personal statement is troubling.
But maybe if they can rule out some possible suspects, that at least narrows the focus, or does it widen it?
Yeah, well, you would think that if they are using DNA to rule out family members, then they must have a really good DNA profile that they're able to use. And obviously, whether or not that person, I guess it'll probably depend more upon whether or not that person has a criminal record, and so their DNA is in there to begin with. But I think all of it, the fact that it's taken, we're in our third week now before they eliminate the family, I think probably it kind of goes to the heart of just how baffling the case is. I mean, whether this was some sort of robbery gone wrong, if it was, why would you take the person or a body with you? What was in the backpack when you're going into the residence? There are just so many baffling questions about all of it, which I think is both what makes it so difficult, but also probably what generates this level of interest in it, and why you have a lot of apparently a lot of really nasty, gross people trying to capitalize off of it with and my belief that the letters are probably
for the ransom.
That they're just they've seen an opportunity and they're trying to take advantage of it.
And I think that has been something that is interesting to watch over these past 3 weeks. So Savannah has kept people updated to the extent that she can, and she's not appealing to the kidnappers. In the latest video last night, it seemed like she was appealing just to the person or the persons who are saying it's not too late to do the right thing.
I think that's right. And I really struggled with preparing for this topic because I think as a member of the media, we often get caught up in the mechanics of the investigation because that's what we're trained to do. And sometimes we forget to sit with the reality that there's an 84-year-old woman missing. She's a mother. She's a grandmother. And this family has to wake up with not knowing. Whether it's good news or it's bad news, every day for the past couple of weeks.
If they're sleeping at all.
Yes, exactly. They're like, well, we just don't know. And as somebody who has both my parents alive and I watch them age every day, think about their vulnerability, I can't think like how I would be in this situation. So right now, my heart goes out to the Guthrie family because this cannot be easy. I've met Savannah. She's somebody who's part of the Washington Press Corps for a long time. So she's been around Washington. And just to see the terror and the fear in her face as she's trying to find her mother, it is heartbreaking. And so I think sometimes, and to your point, Charlie, like to separate the work, our job as journalists versus there's a human element to that. And the human element is so real, in this case more than any other.
And a huge amount of interest in it because
of who it is.
Not only just who it is, but also to think who would take an 84-year-old woman?
Right.
Exactly. And people care, who genuinely care.
Yes, very much. All right, well, we will move on to the next topic and bring you any news on the Savannah Guthrie update.
That's my point. Who takes an 84-year-old woman? So what if daughter is famous? It's her daughter. Why would you take her for ransom? To take her daughter's money? Or to take their family's money? It don't make any sense. That's when you know people is this small in their thinking. Oh, excuse me, that's my alarm going off. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank y'all so much for coming in here. So sorry for that distraction. I can't get to it right now. It's going to mess with the video. But anyway, thank y'all so much for coming in here on Let's Drop It. Until the next video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. From me to you, I'm out of here.